everybody, this is day 17. Yes, I am running late. I have been working on part 3 of day 16's video. So this is going to be a very quick video today. What I'm doing right now is I've got part A sitting here in the measuring cup here. I have part B sitting here. I have two molds in front of me. I really can't remember too much about them, except that this is a jack-o'-lantern faced pumpkin with like a curly sorcerer's hat on it. Not really curly, I don't know, wavy if you want to call it. And this one I believe is a pumpkin with a cat maybe on it. I'm not really sure, honest. I'm going to try. Oh, no. This is that smaller hand holding a skull. Alright. So, I'm going to do what I call the dump method. These are pretty much close to impossible to turn inside out for painting micas in. And so we're not going to deal with that. I'm going to instead take small portions of each one of these 3 micas, and I'm going to dump them in and sort of shake, shimmy, and squish them around. I do want to make sure I tap out any loose mica so that it doesn't fall in and create air pockets where it shouldn't. So I'm going to do the dump method as soon as I get this mixed up. The resin inside, once it's mixed, will be black. So it will show the micas better. I know that they are not color shifts or anything like that, but the black always does make these micas stand out more. Alright, I'm going to pause you and I'll be back after mixing the resin. Alright, my resin and my hardener were a little bit really bubbly, so I left them on my heating mat for about an hour. So they're set to the side right now before I mix them to cool slightly, because I got them slightly warm. Warmer than they should be. I'll be using my resin paste. And so what I'm going to do right now is we're going to do these dumps. And we're going to see what happens. Get my mask on. Don't want mica in my lungs. Make sure that these are open. Unfortunately, I haven't opened them all. Okay, that one was easy. Peeled off quickly. I know the green is already. Okay, so we have the purple. Oh, that couldn't have been any easier. What happened with that? All right. Now I'm going to set each one aside and apart. And unfortunately, I only have one of these regular style popsicle sticks. So I'm just going to take about that much, dump it in pumpkin number 1. And that's a skull, so it's not going to get green just yet. I'm going to wipe this off. Since there's a skull there, yes, there's a little bit of planning in the dump. a whole ton of it. There we go. Unfortunately, the stick being damp, mic is going to stick to it. And I'll go ahead and put a little bit of purple in the other one. And yes, I just don't care how it's going in. Get that wiped off. I won't need the purple anymore, so I'll close it up before I do the major screw up and dump it everywhere. Okay. Purple's in. Let's go with the green next on this one. And what I'm going to do with this one, though, since it's taller, is I'm just going to flick it in there like that. Now comes for the orange. Maybe allow that to dry for 2 seconds. Get it in and start flinging it. Okay. Wipe off. I don't know why I wiped that off. I'm going back into the orange. Crazy wacko. All right. Now we're, oops, lost a little. And flicky, 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 flicky. Okay. Now that that is heavily dumped into, get this closed off, no boo-boos on that portion. I'm going to take my hand over this and we are going to shake the crap out of it. Whoops. Wow, that was fun. Poof, poof, poof. I'll be right back. I'm going to do this over the garbage. I'll be back into frame, I should say. Poof, 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 poof. All right. However it landed, it landed. Boy, do I have a cleanup. Let's try a little bit of that real quick first, or I'm going to have too hard of a mess to worry about here. Oh my goodness, it is like everywhere. Sparkly too. Get some of this wiped off my scissors. It only went like 3 feet away. Luckily, I still had a little bit of a paper coverage to the side. I was going to say Octoberween's over with, but it's not. Friday the 13th of Octoberween. I will be very cautious next year. Still have a lot of mica floating in the air. And yes, as you can tell, I am wearing a mask for protection. Excuse me, I've got those stupid little hiccups again. Driving me crazy. Looks like my large silicone mat is going to need a shower today. So the only way to actually clean these really large ones is you put it in the shower and you hose it down. Alright, forewarned is forearmed. So, remember, if you do the dump method, do yourself a huge favor. Over a garbage can, and even though my hand was covering, it still spread quite far. Alright, so I'm going to put my hand back over this, and now it's because I accidentally poofed it with, squeezed. So let's go. Well, I didn't accidentally do it, I just did it. Okay, ready, aim. I'm going to do this over the trash this time because it's just a pooping just like the other. Quite interesting, don't you think, Brian? Husband? Okay. So I dumped most of it out. So I'm going to go ahead safely now. Well, okay, so another poof. And just roll it around. Remember, whichever mica touches first is what you're going to see. Now there's a big bulby area down here. I don't even know if it got into it. So we'll see when it happens. I'll just shake. Oops. Poofy, 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 poofy. Wow. Okay, let's get the rest of that out. Seems to be quite a bit of it still. Oh boy, day 18. Gonna love that. Oh, excuse me. Yes, this is day 17 I am talking about. But day 18 is going to be just as bad. Let's make sure this skull has some good coverage by squishing in. I'm just going to keep it over the garbage, folks, while I do this, because if I don't, I got more cleanup than you'll know. Okay, there we go. They are both done. They look like mud right now. So hopefully it's got better coverage. Get the cats out of here. My area for working is very closed off. However, mica travels in the air very badly. So I need a wet wipe here. Get the mica off my hands. You've all seen mixing. 13:13, I just looked up there on the time. That's pretty cool, right? Octoberween. Alright, now that I got that done and the excitement's all over with, I am coated in mica. Well, it's supposed to be makeup grade, so I'm gonna look all pretty. Not. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the resin now. Set these aside. Don't want a resin accident. This is still part B in here. And before I put part A in, we are going to add a little bit of my black. I'll put this down in here and get ready to stir. Remember, always stir up your paste. I have a ton of it on there, but I'm going to go back in for a little bit more. And never double dip if you get your stick into the resin. Never. Alright, that should be plenty of black. And what I'll do is I'll move the big stick out of the way, start stirring this into the B. Scrape it off with the bottom. Okay. Get this stick thrown away. Get this covered up before it gets a boo-boo. Alright, that's now put away. Let's get this part stirred. And as it was sitting on here for as long as I left it, it is quite thin now. So bubbles will dissipate. Very quickly, so I don't mind stirring it just a little bit harder right now. Until, of course, I get the A in there. Oh, look at that. There's a hair on A. So I will get my little tool here and I will remove the hair. Maybe, if it wants to listen. And got it. Okay, get that wiped off. I bent that trying to get the collet out of my machine. Okay, here we go. Let's get this A dumped in. Very fluid, I like that. But you do have a lot less working time because it's a lot warmer. So when these two are mixing, you got to get it mixed quickly and poured quickly. Oops, put a drop on the outside. Now this is the side I already scraped B off onto. And you always want to try to keep it right there at that one side. And that's how I manage to get the most of my resin mixed without issues. All right, now comes the mix. Remember, 5 minutes, but I don't do a whole 5 minutes because I can actually guarantee that I have everything mixed because of the way I mix things. And right now this is very, very thin. See if you can see that. Don't know if you can, but very thin. This will also help while it's inside to become as bubble free as possible. I'll need a wipe when you're done, please. I just stuck my finger in the side area. Thank you. Get that little dot up. Yes, I mixed a lot compared to what's there, but I don't know how much goes in either one of these molds. And if I have anything left over, I have this skull to finish. So I'm going to set it already, and I already know that this skull sits incorrectly. It is not level. So I put a stick underneath it. All right, we're just about done. Okay, scrape, 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 scrape one more. Flat stick all the way around, just to make sure you've got everything mixed on your resin. Okay, almost. Just almost. Yeah, this is like watching grass grow. I know, everybody. Try to make sure your stick gets full contact on the sides, and mix several times at the bottom. All right, we are ready to pour. Now I'm only going to pour part way first off because I have to make the squidgies. Steve McDonald spoiled me with that word. Squidgy widgy. So we're going to get some down in the tips there first. Just a little bit. Set this aside. Put everything in my way, right? Okay, now we're just going to get some bubble removal in here. Once you get that resin into those areas, and with as thin as I've gotten mine to become, it'll usually release those bubbles out of those little indented areas here very quickly as you start filling it. Get a little bit more in there now. Okay. Let it down slowly so it doesn't suck air back into those little cavities. And now a little bit of tap, tap, tappy, tappy, tap, tap, tap. Not too hard, because, you know, then it's going to be worse than the mica all over the house. All right. I'm not going to fill him completely just yet. We're going to leave it right about there. And I'm going to watch for bubbles to surface. And it's the micro bubbles that build together that causes that problem for everybody. Okay, this guy's got a really weird bulbous type top. So we got to squeeze to make sure we're down in there completely. Make sure we see no air pockets coming up. All right, this guy's ready to fill. Couple little taps. I like these squishy molds, except for the fact that when they're really delicate like that, you get some major issues, stability issues, and you cannot turn them inside out. Okay, get it right to the top. And that's another thing right there. A lot of them are unlevel. So unlevel, it's crazy. So you want to stop when you start seeing that it's raising at one side more than the other. And yes, stick something else slightly under it, like that. Let's check this one's levelness. That's what I thought. You're in level 2. So we're going to pick up this stick, dip it only slightly in, get rid of some of this. Just so I can put another stick under it. Don't you dare finger. A little bit of slight lift. Make sure that, there we go. Alright, so you're ready, and okay, you're ready. The skull gets to get finished. Oops. Do you see what I did? I moved it off its leveler. Alright. Now I just gotta watch the level completely. Turn him around a little. And now I have more resin. Now I have to fit it into something else. That look about it. Yep. Okay. So I don't have a whole lot left. Make sure there's nothing in this mold. And we're going for another scud. Well, it's going up to half his eyeballs. A little bit of scrape. And that's done. All right, everybody. 2 hours from now, I'll be back. Let me get over here to the pausey button. And I'm going to do this from a distance. All right, back soon. All right, this is ready. I'd like to once again, though, apologize for this being finished so late in the day on for the 18th, or excuse me, 17th. See, I messed myself up by going a day ahead all the time. So this is the day of the 17th, being for the 17th. But part 3 of day 16 has been giving me all kinds of, we'll just say it's Octoberween, and Friday the 13th hasn't left yet. We're going to start with this little guy because I'm sure the bigger guy is going to give me one heck of an issue. Of course, this one probably will too. And I'm just going to go ahead and peel him up as far as I can. Ugh. And he's still a little bendy, so he's, oh wow, that didn't turn out bad at all. I'll bring him up to you. He didn't turn out bad at all. It's got a little purple there. Not bad. I am shocked and impressed. That does appear to be a very matte mold on the inside, so that's all right. You know, if I want to shine him up, all I got to do is put spray some varnish on him or coat him with some resin. But I don't think that's going to be necessary because I like him the way he is. All right, now comes the big one that's I know is going to give me some issues because it's more bulbous on the inside. So we're just going to pull this loose as well as we can. All as far as we can. And then, yep, we got to fight these big fat stands, the little supports there. And come on, little guy. No, 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 no. Let's do a water spritz in there. Need my soapy water, though. Give me a couple seconds there. All right, I'm just going to prime the bottle first. There we go. I hear spray. Not hairspray, hairspray. Get it down in there. Let's work it down in all the way. Seems like everything wants to volcano today. That's cool. Alright. Let's give that one more go. Thumbs all the way down as far as I can. Holy camolios. How consternating. Okay, I can get my finger down in there. So I'm just going to, I'll be right back. I'm going to have somebody else pull while my fingers are in there, so you know it can, one of them can get broke or whatever, or we're just going to squish it down like this. Oh, that's gonna maybe work. That's working. And haha. Well, that skull didn't turn out that bad either. I thought I was going to come up with a bunch of mud. Let's get that up there. Turning from this way. Okay, that's starting to hurt my left finger. There we go. Wow, not bad. Come on, focus in, camera. There we go. Not bad. Kind of makes it look like it's an old statue. Well, I guess that broke, hopefully, the Octoberween curse right now. I hope you liked what you saw today. Poofs and all. You know, life isn't life without a few setbacks and triumphs. Always the good with the bad and the bad with the good. So, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, that normal thumbs up thing. And comment, please. Let me know what you think. For you subscribers, you guys are awesome. I am up there now, almost close to the 250 mark. Hopefully that'll happen before my birthday, so I can give out the, and it wasn't a secret, it was a silent, that was the word I was looking for the last time around. It's a silent contest that's been going. Only I've known the rule. There was only one. I have 3 that will probably get their gifts very quickly here. So let's see what happens, everybody. So anyway, yeah, I said it, you know, subscribe if you haven't. Or at least consider doing so. And if you do, hit that notification bell so you can get postings for, or notifications for new future videos, so you can watch the fun and calamity ensue. And share. It helps us YouTubers like crazy. I'm not doing anything really here to gain any function of money yet. Life may change. But for now, my only goal is to share what I do with everybody and to keep record of how I mix things and etc. And the outcomes of each. This guy is absolutely cool. His head has got this purple, and it kind of glows right there because of the orange and the green that mixed in. He is just fabulous. Alright, everybody, I want to say love y'all and peace out.